Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko, and in this whole video we're going to look into Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and as well Cancer Rising. Weekly general tarot reading July 26th up until August 1st, 2021. And this video is brought to you by the Elemental Dignities technique. So if you are interested into it, give me an inquiry into my Facebook page, which link you're going to find into the description down below, or simply send me an email. As well as if you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which link you're going to find as well into the description down below. And there on the very front page, you're going to see full list of my services, their pricing. And based on your budget and needs, you can choose whichever one suits you best. And finally, if you do wish to support me, just subscribe for my channel and hit the notification bell. And that is if you do like the content here as well. So with that being said, moving to the Cancer reading straight away, the very first card you do have, guys, that is going to be the the Ace of Swords, So we have the Ace of Swords. Moving next, that is going to be the Knight of Wands, followed by the Seven of Pentacles, and the last prime card, there are going to be 4 more cards, is the Five of Cups. So it's going to be pretty colorful week all around the places, if I may say it that way. We do have those 4 cards once again. And it will be a week, first and foremost, a week of revelations. There are going to be a lot of truths being divulged, say from we are going to see how exactly, but say from your partners, say from your friends, say as well from your family. And also there's going to be a new introduction to you, to a person. We're going to see what role that person is gonna play for you. But also there will be some digestions here and there of disappointments that's you know, things does not turn out the way you have expected. Although how can I say, the whole situation is not without its salvation, meaning that you can definitely salvage it down. And starting up the week here with the Ace of Swords, followed by the King of Swords here. So we do have these 2 cards. They do form a active supporter, and at the very start of the week here, you are about to start building up something like a plan. There will be a careful analysis over your situation, say money situation, say career situation, say love situation, even if you will. And because at the start of the week, through the truths you are about to find out, you're going to have that accurate diagnosis over the situation where you are in. You will have a, how can I say, a full perception of what is going on around and how things can develop as well. And thus, like I said, through careful analysis, you are to forge a strategy that is going to be very effective, of making money, for example, of divorcing, for example, if that's your goal. Whatever your goal is, you are to forge a very effective strategy about it. And the strategy that you are going to forge is going to be a bit tough to be executed, but you are going to have the spiritual and as well the physical strength to go through it. Okay. So one advice that the cards are giving to you is that at the start of this week, you got to think of your life like a machine. Okay. And that machine has parts that serves purpose. Whatever or whomever does not serve their purpose to your machine of life, they have no place in your life. That is the guidance of these 2 cards. And right after that's the forge of this strategy of yours that is going to be very effective once you start executing it. We do have the Knight of Wands, and it's accompanied with the Ace of Cups here. So we have active enemies that we do have, and that person, well, man, they are quite enterprising people, okay? They are in this particular case, especially with the Ace of Cups here, having an enemy to the Knight of Wands, they are totally driven by their interest, okay? They are gonna try to make some kind of a partnership with you, say business partnership, and even romantic partnership could be their goal, or so it seems. Because if they present to be romantically interested in you, that's not going to be the case at all. Their interest sits into something else, and because they are very enterprising as well, the trait or the quirk of the Knights of Wands is that they are very handsome also. That could be a woman, it could be a man. They will try to pretty much infiltrate through that line, kind of like presenting themselves as a romantic partner or as a romantic option available, which totally is not the case. Now, these people with that elemental dignity, they are quite dangerous in a sense of not physically dangerous, but dangerous because once they do have an interest into something, say they are interested in your money and they want to get into your money through getting you romantically involved with them, okay? So when they have an interest, there is nothing that can stop them to strive for that interest. And so they are very, very tenacious. And with that elemental dignity, this person did it many times, okay? And how you're going to recognize them, it is someone who just doesn't quit. You know, they ask you something, you say no, and they reform the question. It's literally the same question served in a different way, and you say no again, and they still try to find a way. They just don't quit. That is the quirk or the trait that you are going to recognize this one. And be careful, especially if we're talking about romantically involved situation. I don't know how to say, you know, situation that involves romance into it. They have no feelings at all. Business-wise, the elemental dignity changes a little bit here. In business-wise, they just won't contribute that much to the business at all. I mean, they are going to promise that they are going to make a change into the business, or their incorporation into the business is going to make a change to the business, but that's not really the case. It's going to be little to no change whatsoever. So that is someone that, in my opinion, you should avoid throughout the week. And right after that, we do have Seven of Pentacles here, catalyzed by Temperance. These are passive neutrals. And these two cards are speaking about some kind of a break that you're going to take from all that, you know, because you had a lot to deal with by that point of the week. And the break that you're going to take, it will involve as well a lot of contemplation over what's worth it and what doesn't worth it in your life, you know, what should be established and what should not be established. And also there will be some kind of an intuition that will dwell into you, speaking about an event that is lurking behind the corner. But you will know that if you are involved into all that activity, that it is by now, you would not be able to find the right and correct measures into that event. And therefore, that it is why you will, or you are going to be prone, I don't know if you're going to decide to do so, but you're going to be prone to take a break from the midst of activities. And another thing about these cards is that at this point, approaching in the right way, your enterprise, or I'm going to say it that way, whatever some enterprises are going to require from you to do is going to be more than you will be willing to give. And that is going to be another stipulation, if I may say it that way, for you to just take a break for now, for a day or for two. And at the end of the week that we do have here, that is going to be the Five of Cups, and it is catalyzed by Justice. Okay, so we do have a passive neutrals once more. And these two here are quite peculiar. Now, at the end of the week, there are going to be some sense of a disappointment from your behalf and sense of loss as well. And that is not of a things you haven't done, but is going to be of a things that you are going to be unable to do moving forward into the future. And however, what you are highly, how can I say, prone to focus at that point, Cancer, it is things that you can alter, okay? And it seems that you are going to mobilize, okay? And even though there may be some aspects into the future that you have planned about, that they cannot be established, at least not at that point, you are to kind of like pick up yourself together and start managing your time very, very well. And by doing so, you're going to start presenting yourself as a very accountable person, accountable toward oneself. And that is going to be the moment where your astute discernment is going to kick in and your effective strategy is going to start producing the very first results. And that is going to be the moment where you will realize that is a path that you chose. It's a path that you should see it through to the very, very end. Also, it could be the moment where, you know, you would have wished the things in between you and that Knight of Wands were different, only if that Knight of Wands type of an individual was a better person, you know, so you are going to see it as a man, such a shame, you know, such of a waste, but it is what it is, right? So whatever brings you down emotionally or spiritually at the end of the week, it is just a trifle, you know, don't pay attention much of it and just keep up with the strategy you have forged at the start of the week. So with that being said, Cancer, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys, July 26th up until August 1st, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoyed it and you do liked it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.